I am not a doctor. I'm not your doctor. This is not medical advice. This is just me speaking on my own personal experience and what I would do different to break my 40-day fast, knowing what I know now. I'm 13 days into a refeed. So I'll break down what I know now and the mistakes I made along the way, just so if you stumble upon this video, you don't have to. Day number 1 of the refeed. Your body is not ready to be digesting food at this point in time. Like, it's basically your digestive system is asleep, more or less, right? So you can't just start shoveling food down. You're going to want to, but you can't do that. So day 1, what I would recommend is some kind of broth. I did chicken broth. If you eat meat, bone broth is probably the way to go, just because of the nutritional content of it. But like vegetable broth, some kind of broth, something that is liquid with calories in it, that is a good start, because you have to slowly turn your digestive system back on, right? So you can't just like shovel in tons of food right away. Also, coconut water. Coconut water has electrolytes. You're going to need those after not having like any nutritious food for 40 days, right? So coconut water and some kind of broth. Day 2, what I would do is same thing, broth, coconut water, and you want to sip these throughout the day. Don't just be chugging them, because your body's not ready to process all this stuff. You have to go slow. So take a sip, wait a little bit, take a sip, and the same goes for both the coconut water and the broth. Day 2, I would recommend watery fruit of some kind, so cantaloupe, honeydew, watermelon, something like that. But don't get a whole one and expect that you're not going to try to shove it all in your face, because you're going to once you start stoking the fire of your appetite, you're going to start getting hungry. So I was buying the prepackaged stuff that's cut up into like little cubes, and I would eat like 2 or 3 cubes every 3 hours, and then I would wait just to see how I felt. And then the next day, you double the amount. So let's say you're eating 2 cubes every 2 or 3 hours. The next day, you would eat 4 cubes every 2 or 3 hours, right? And then you keep doubling it for a few days. If you feel good doing that and you find that you're eating a bunch of whatever, honeydew, whatever, you're eating a bunch of fruit and you feel pretty good, you can start introducing more things. We'll call it day 5, day 6. The first thing I would recommend is, so you're still doing broth, you're still doing coconut water, you're still doing fruit, and now I would recommend kefir. I think that's how you say it. It's like the yogurt, the probiotic yogurt drink. That would made a huge difference, because on my day 2, what I did was I ate chicken noodle soup like an idiot. And at first I drank the broth knowing that there was like lots of fat and stuff in the broth. And I was like, I feel fine. I should eat these noodles. And then it just like, my whole body felt hot. I could feel it moving through my stomach. It was just, I didn't feel great. And then after that, I didn't want fruit again. So I reintroduced solid foods by eating baby food. I had like pear and I forget what the other one was, but it's already like ground up. So that might be a pro tip for somebody. It's already ground up. It's super easy to digest. And if it's stage 1, it's only whatever the fruit is that's listed on it. So just a pro tip. You're gonna try to shove food in your face. Your body's gonna be like, I'm hungry, dude, feed me. And just don't give in. Like, you need to have almost more discipline on the refeed than you do on the fast itself. But after that mistake, I started eating baby food, and then I went back to the broth and the fruit, and everything was good. Like day 6 or 7, depending on how good you're digesting food, how good you feel, you can start introducing things like kefir. Avocado is probably fine at this point in time. But again, go slow with both of these things. Every time you introduce a new food, go slow. Don't just shovel it in your face. Because every time I ran into issues, that's what it was. It wasn't that I was introducing something new. It was that I had way too much of it, and my body wasn't like ready. So day 6, you're doing broth, you're doing coconut water, you're doing some kind of fruit, whatever fruit you like, doesn't really matter. You're doing kefir, avocado. You can start adding in lean cuts of meat. What I did, because I put a lot of thought into this, I got canned chicken, or the pouches of like white chicken, and it's already like pre-shredded and like easy to eat and easy to digest. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. And that was fine. And then I had tuna like, again, like a pouch of tuna. It's already shredded and like crumbly and easy to digest, and that was fine. Crackers, like saltine crackers without the salt on top. You really got to watch your sodium. Um, or like wheat thins was another one that I was just like craving. And I slowly introduced those. Stuff that you would eat when you were sick, basically. That's easy to digest. Started eating that, and I felt great, because there's going to come a point in time where like you can't eat enough fruit to hit the calorie intake that your body needs. So you have to start eating other stuff. Like avocados have lots of calories in them. Crackers, you can eat quite a few of them, just to get your energy back, basically. And then after the first week, I was eating pretty much the same stuff. Like, I had introduced chicken and fish and stuff like that, and that was fine. On like day 10 or 11, I don't remember when it was, I tried to eat like a fatty cut of meat. I was only going to eat half of it, and my body was like, eat the whole thing. And I did, and I paid for it. I had so much distress like in my body. It was so bad. And don't do that. Every time you introduce a new food into your body, go slow with it. Like, don't try to rush it. Don't try to force it. Go slow. And I knew that because I had already made mistakes. You know what I mean? I knew that I shouldn't do that. And my body was like, I'm hungry, dude. You need to do this. And I was like, okay. And I felt great eating everything else. So I was like, oh, what's it going to hurt? You know what I mean? My stomach is what it hurt. It's awful. And then after that, I just went back to the standard, the trusted stuff. Kefir is gold, especially when you're in the refeed stage, because you're reintroducing the good bacteria into your stomach. That is like the best pro tip I have. Kefir was great. The fruit, I'm in Michigan. Watermelon is out of season, basically, or maybe just the watermelons we have are not good. So I switched to the honeydew, the green stuff. So much better. Oh my gosh, it was so much better. And I don't know if either one's really healthier than the other one, but like, my pro tips are fruit that is easy to digest, kefir if you need more calories, crackers are like easy to digest, and saltines are pretty high in calories. But get the no salt on top. There's still sodium in it, but it's not nearly as much. When you get to the second week, I would love to say that you can just trust your body, but that's what got me into the hot water with the fatty meat. So don't do that. Don't listen to your body. You have to stay almost more disciplined on the refeed than you did on the fast. Because the fast, you're just not eating anything. Once you get to the refeed stage, you're like, I'm hungry. I want to eat. You know what I mean? And you have to say no. And basically, once you hit the second week, you can start introducing way more foods, but you have to go slow. You have to go very, very slow. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Every time I ran into a problem, it's because I thought, oh, this is going to be fine. And I ate way too much of whatever it was. I'm going to check back in when I try new foods this week, because I have a feeling that I've been craving like pumpkin seeds and stuff, but the fiber kind of scares me. But I'm gonna try it and see what happens, and I will check back in. I love you all. Peace.